name is Kelly Dale with Off the Beaten Path, and this is your first Must Know Monday for 2018. So today I wanted to start us off with a really simple but pretty project. A few weeks ago, I was at one of my wholesalers and they got in these beautiful, really chunky nugget gemstones. And I just fell in love with them, started grabbing them off the shelf, and I instantly knew what I wanted to do with them. Now, little did I know actually what I was pulling, because today I actually was looking up the, I guess the properties of these gemstones that I pulled, and wow, do I need these in my life. So let me first show you what I'm going to make, and then kind of tell you what each of these stones is for. So what I'm going to show you how to make today is this really easy and simple gemstone necklace with these chunky beads. I've got 3 chunky beads here, and then a tassel. Now on 2 of my samples I have these beaded tassels because they go really good. Like this is the rose quartz. And then on the other 2 samples I have these really pretty nylon tassels, really long nylon tassels. And there we go, you can see it really, really good here. So I want to just kind of fill you in on some of the info that I found. So this sample here is Amazonite, okay? And with this one, it says that Amazonite has healing powers that help with physical ailments and emotional issues. This stone is primarily associated with filtering out stresses, including traumas, and soothing energies in home and workplace. And I found that at crystalvaults.com. The next one, which I love, that I have on today is the Labradorite, and it has also the crystal tassel on it. And it said that Labradorite is a stone of transformation. It's a useful companion through change, imparting strength and perseverance. I found that at charmsoflight.com. Okay, this one is Apatite, A-P-A-T-I-T-E. This one is known for its positive use of personal power to achieve goals. It clears away confusion, apathy, or negativity, then stimulates the intellect to expand knowledge and truth. That was found at crystalvaults.com. And then the rose quartz one that I showed you just a minute ago, it says rose quartz is the stone of universal love. So everybody on the planet needs this right now, because there is not a lot of love in this world right now. It says it restores trust and harmony in relationships, encouraging unconditional love. So those are the 4 stones that I'm going to be working with today. And to make the necklace, you're going to need 3 chunky stones. These are 14 by 20 millimeters. You are going to need some sort of tassel to go on your piece. You are also going to need 12 inches of 22 gauge wire. I've cut 3 pieces that are 4 inches long a piece, and I'm using the 22 gauge. You can use a thicker gauge if you want to, but I do not recommend going any thinner than that. I'm using 24 inches of really pretty chain, and then I have 2 jump rings and my hook and eye clasp. I wanted these to be really easy to put on and take off, because ain't nobody got time for a hard clasp. So that's why I used this really simple hook and eye, just like this one here. So I'm going to go ahead and get my stuff together and we'll get started. So for my sample today, I'm going to be using the Labradorite, and the chunky pieces are really great. Now some of them do have little spots on them from the actual part of the stone, and that's totally natural. It's actually in the stone. But the thing that I love about this stone is, to me, it reminds me of fool's gold, like you find in a creek. It's just a very pretty stone, the different ways that you look at it. So I'm going to start out with a piece of my wire here. This is the 4 inches of the 22 gauge wire, and you're going to make a loop. Now, I've showed you several times how to make it, but just a quick refresher is since I'm going to use one piece of wire, it's going to have a loop on each end. So using my round nose pliers, I'm going to come down about 1.5 inches, and I'm going to bend this wire straight out at a 90-degree angle. I'm going to come out just a little bit, and I'm going to roll the pliers back towards myself, and then take this one little wire and bend it back this way so that you can see the loop. Now, I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up to the top. So I'm going to thread on the tassel first. This is a gray AB tassel, and then I'm going to hold the loop with my round nose pliers straight across. And then I'm going to use my pliers, my flat nose pliers, to do a wrap. Now, I only want about 2 or 3 wraps on here. It doesn't take much. I actually like using this thinner wire because the beads that we're using have very large holes to them, so they kind of fall over some of this wrap, so you don't see a lot of it. Now, if you're going to use a thicker gauge wire, that probably won't happen, so just be aware of that. So we're going to thread on one of our pieces of our chunky bead, and you can see that you don't see that wrap, and that's completely cool. So now I'm just going to take the wire and I'm going to bend it straight down over that stone, and then I'm going to make my loop. So I'm going to come out a little bit, start the wrap, and then this is thin enough where you can use your fingers to wrap it if you want. I don't normally like to do it that way because you don't get as tight of a wrap, but it is what it is. Okay, and then I'm going to trim this excess wire here. And so now I've got this first piece done. So now for the middle piece, we're going to do it just like this. We are going to make our loop. This one we are actually going to attach to the loop we've already made. I'm going to hang on to that and then wrap the wire a couple of times. Trim that wire. Okay, now we'll use the next stone. Slide it on, bend the wire straight out like that, and then you're ready to make your next loop, and then wrap the wire. Then trim. And now we are ready for our third and final piece. So we are going to start the wrap just like we normally would here. Connect it to the loop just like we did previously. Do our wrap. Trim that. And put on our other stone. Now, when you put that one on and you do your wrap, go ahead and start that wrap. And before you finish out the loop that you've got there, you want to find the center of your chain. Now, to do that, I'm going to hold both of my small loops here on the very end till I find my center. Now, I want the center of my chain to be actually one of these smaller loops. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to trim 2 loops off of here, a small one and a big one. So that way that should put me where I want it. Okay, so I'm going to hold both those, come down, and there's my center that I'm looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to thread our piece onto that little loop, hold that loop again, And I use my finger here to kind of hold back this chain. And then it's just a matter of doing your wrap. So once you get that wrap done, oops, sorry guys, didn't mean to do that. Once you get the wrap done, you're going to trim that wire. And it's securely connected now to your chain. And I've chosen a chain that's closed links, so that way I don't have to worry about, you know, like if somebody pulls it, I don't have to worry about it coming apart. Now, for the end, it's super easy because all I'm going to do is use my pliers to open up the jump ring. I'm going to thread on one end of my clasp and the little circle end of my chain here. Close that, and then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Open up that jump ring, attach it, and then attach my little other part to the hook and eye. Make sure you get it good and closed so that way they hook in together, and then you have a really simple necklace. I hope you guys enjoyed the first video for 2018. It's a very simple project. Literally, it took me, without, you know, the editing that Sammy will do on this, it took me 6 minutes and 47 seconds to complete the whole necklace. So it's a very quick project. Now, I do want to let you know we do have kits available for each of the color necklaces that you've seen today, as well as we've got the chain, the stones, and the tassels, as well as the wire for sale on our website, which is offthebeadedpathbeadstore.com. And I know some of you are going to ask, the ring I have on today is the Raging Rivoli ring, which again can be found on our YouTube channel or on our website at offthebeadedpathbeadstore.com. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.